Students will be starting with the chapter 15 probability, which you have already studied in the 9th standard. Okay, the introduction part is the revision of 9th standard, which you have already studied. Okay, now if you see here, there is an experiment, very famous experiment of tossing a coin 1000 times and the frequency of which the outcome of head and tail. Okay, now according to this, what you have studied in 9th standard, the empirical probability is the frequency upon number of times the experiment is conducted. Okay, so these probability are based on the results of actual experiment. This is an experiment done, so they are known as experimental or empirical probabilities, where the real experiments are performed. Okay, now sometimes what happens, the probability are only estimated, that yes, we may get this or we may get that. Okay, now here you have also observed in 9th standard that as you increase your number of times of experiment, the probability of getting a number half, that the outcome to half increases. Okay, so just turn the page and if you see here, okay, if you do the same experiment more than 4000 times, 10,000 times, you can see the probability is near 0.5, half. Here also it's 0.5. So as you go on increasing the number of times experiment, you will see that the probability goes near the 0.5 ratio. Okay, so the number of tosses increases, the experimental probability of head or the tail seems to settle down near 0.5 or half. This is known as theoretical probability. Okay, that is based on theory, that yes, we will get 0.5, around 0.5, like this. Okay, now let us see probability or theoretical approach. Now suppose you are tossing a coin at random. Okay, now whenever you are tossing a coin at random, you have only two possibilities, either it is head or tail. Okay, and you have only one head and one tail, so that's why the outcome is equally likely, because they are single outcomes. You have got equally probability of head, equally probability of tail, so they are known as equally likely probability. Similarly, if we take the dice, we have got 1 2 3 4 5 6, we got 6 numbers, each of them are equally likely to outcome because each of them are single. You have got one number only once, two number only once, like that. So the probability again here is equally. But for example, if you have got 4 red balls and 1 blue ball, now if you go for the probability, if you see there are 4 red balls, so the red ball probability is more than the blue ball. So here there will be no equal probability. Okay, but if it was 1 red ball and 1 blue ball, then the probability will be equally likely. Okay, now here, assuming all these experiments are equally likely outcomes, because you have got single here, for even for dice it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 only once. Okay, so for those probability there is a formula, that number of trials in which the event has happened upon total number of trials, that is known as empirical probability. Okay, that is PE. Okay, now this empirical probability is also known as theoretical probability or classical probability. So the PE, that is classical probability or theoretical probability, is number of outcomes that is favorable to E upon number of all possible outcomes of that experiment. Okay, so usually the number of outcomes here are single for this theoretical probability. So just turn the page. Now this was a mathematician, that is Pierre Simon Lipes, who gave in this book of games of chance, okay, these probabilities. Okay, now this is a first example where you have got the probability of getting head and tail. So head and tail, we have got each one probability. So it's 1 upon total number of probabilities 2. So 1 upon 2 for head and 1 upon 2 for tail. Okay. Similarly, if you have a bag containing a red ball, blue ball and yellow ball. Okay, now how much probability is for yellow ball, because they are single balls, total probabilities are 3. So this red ball will be also 1 upon 3, blue ball also will be 1 upon 3 and yellow ball also will be 1 upon 3. So each probability will be 1 upon 3, 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 3. So probability of yellow ball 1 upon 3, probability of red ball is also 1 upon 3 and probability of blue ball is also 1 upon 3. Okay, and if you add all these probabilities, you should get equal to 1. So if you add all these probabilities, Py, Pr and Pb, you should get 1. So 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 gives you 3 upon 3, that is 1. Okay, so the sum of all the probabilities of this elementary experiment is always 1. Okay. The next example is example number 3. Okay. Now suppose we have a dice which is thrown. What is the probability of getting number greater than 4? So for number getting greater than 4, okay, we have got two numbers 5 and 6. So we got two events here. So it's 2 upon 6, that is 1 upon 3. What is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 4? Now less than or equal to 4, how many numbers are there? There are 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total events taking place are 4. So 4 upon 6, that is 2 upon 3. Okay. Now turn the page. Now if we see the probability, both 1 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3 will get the probability equal to 1. Okay, that is 1 to 4 and more than 4, 5 to 6. If we add both of them, we get equal to 1. Okay, so in general, it is always true that if you want to find out any event, so which is PE and P not in E. Suppose PE is 1 to 4 and P not in E is 5, 6. So 5, 6 are not in this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is 5, 6. So when we add both these probabilities, we get 1. Okay. So we can also write not in P as P dash. So PE plus P not in E is equal to 1. It is also known as complement of PE. So when you have one event plus the event which is not in this event, when you add these things, we get equal to 1. So they are known as complementary events. And the formula is P complementary event is equal to 1 minus P event. Okay. Thank you. We'll continue with the codes next time.